And good morning to you, Ted Langell. We are live here at the corner of 3rd and D Streets in Marysville, where the 2022 Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade is underway here.
That's right. Come on, here we go. Go Air Force. That's right.
We've got all kinds of different things going on this morning here. The parade actually started earlier than we expected. Normally they started at 11 a.m. up at 3rd and, or up at 6th or 7th and D Street, and we end up having about a 15-minute wait before the parade shows up down here at 3rd and D. So unfortunately we missed the beginning part of the parade, but we will bring you the rest of it. And we see the police department and sheriff's department going by here. We're going to give you basically just a look at the parade as if you were standing here somewhere along the parade route. That's Marysville police going by, and we have another military group coming down the road. It is the 2022 Veterans Day Parade from live here in downtown Marysville. We're at the corner of 3rd and D Streets and watching what's happening here from our usual vantage point for a variety of parades. You'll see the Christmas parade coming up from the same location, and just adjacent to us on the right-hand side, you'll see the tree lighting ceremony on Friday, December 3rd. I believe it's the 3rd. So there's lots of people that are lining the streets. We have color guard coming up here.
kids.
Hey, you guys, you need a bag. There's a lot coming. Here, do this. Put it in your brother's sweater, because it's going to keep coming. Right there, because they're going to just keep coming. There's your stack. Oh, I'm serious. It's going to be.
One of our many American Legion posts here in Yuba-Sutter.
And be careful of your uncle.
And here is the Stephen Brammer post from Yuba City. Candy is among the things that are being tossed out here.
Thank you for the service.
This is the flag. Hey, buddy.
And here is the Lakeview Petroleum float. More Western Aggregates, Les Schwab tires. Only a couple people on that particular trailer. The Foothill Lions Club coming up here. It's a very nice 59 degrees. Great weather for being in the sunshine, but yet without having to wear a jacket or something like that.
Hey, lady! What? I'm right here!
This group is providing its own music. And the Lions Club cars coming down the road here. Followed by the Sutter-Yuba Association of Realtors.
Oh, you mean out of here? Looks like a really nice engine.
Vintage cars from before I was born, long before. Wonderful sound of what's been known as an ooga horn since they first came out. Here's one that's even older than that, and I'm not such a car expert I could tell you what it is other than a Ford. Model A, I believe. I'm guessing about 1934. And more Fords to follow here, at least this kind. This one is a, I'm guessing a 1964 Thunderbird two-door. They came in 2- and 4-door models at one point. A blue 65, I'm guessing, Chevelle, and a 57 Chevy. Gold Country street rods here.
I'll go under your guys' shop. I'll go under the shop. I don't know if that's you guys.
Oh, no, it's not.
A 70s Corvette. This is the classic style of hot rod, what we remember from the 1960s. Pardon me, my bronchitis is acting up. A 1940-ish Ford pickup truck. And a live band. They're going to stop and perform for us here, I think. I believe this is the River Valley High School band based on its colors. The majorettes. And the Yuba City Council coming along. Mayor Dave Shaw in the cowboy hat. And Sean Harris, retired CHP officer, also on the council. And the vice mayor sitting there. They could actually have a council meeting and get in Brown Act trouble. There is more coming down the parade route. It's going to be a second or two before they get here, though. Again, you're watching the 2022 Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade live from the corner of 3rd and D Streets in Marysville. This is where we'll be bringing you the 2022 Marysville Christmas Day Parade, or Christmas Parade, 5 o'clock on, I want to say Saturday the 5th to 4th or 5th, something like that. I should have all that information right here in my hot little hands. Anyway, suffice to say that we will be bringing you whatever happens in the dark, and then on Friday the previous day, over here at the Christmas tree, we will be bringing you the Christmas tree lighting ceremony, which goes off also right around 5 o'clock. That's happening right there. This is the 2022 Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade, however, and we are coming to you live from 3rd and D Streets. Good crowd today on a very nice day, 60 degrees outside. I'm in short sleeve shirt actually, and we are having a good afternoon so far. We missed the beginning part of the parade because usually they start the parade at 11:11 p.m. or 11:11 a.m. on the 11th of November, the 11th month, 11th day at 11:11 a.m. And this year it started early. Last year it started late. So at 11 something they were actually passing by this intersection here, and we missed the start, which we usually never do. So lots of people here are enjoying what they're seeing, and there is a lot to see. Right now we have the Buckeye Parade group passing by. And people are getting their exercise regardless of how old or how young they may be. Another group of vintage cars coming by, followed by a Cub Scout and a Boy Scout pack. Cub Scout Pack 513 from the growing community of Plumas Lake, south of Olivehurst and north of the Yuba-Sutter County line along Highway 70 on both sides. It's all about the kids, but the adults have a major role to play, and here's some of the Scoutmasters and troop leaders for that particular group. Candy seems to be a popular handout item today. And this looks like the Sutter County Board of Supervisors, at least 3 members. There's Dan Flores sitting in the back and Matt Conant in the front driving this little buggy. Hello, Matt. And over on the other side there, we've got, I want to say, Mr. Ziegenmeyer, Mike Ziegenmeyer, the chair of the Sutter County Supervisors for another month or so, until they elect a new one at the beginning of the legislative year. More vehicles coming down the highway here. This is D Street in Marysville, a very colorful afternoon, as you can see. This is the historic brick portion, what's left of, and there's good brick buildings here in town.
Hey, Carm, you got to take care of both sides of the street.
Carm Baines, who is the 4th District Sutter County Supervisor, over there handing out some candy. Will there he goes off on the right-hand side of the street. He's in the blue with the turban. And maybe this is Mr. Ziegenmeyer. Let's see. Could be, yes, in the Sweco truck. And there are other vehicles to follow. Oh, and motorcycles coming after this group of people. Not really clear what this float is about. Maybe the backside will tell us a little bit more. And a motorcycle group. I would suspect these are all veterans, yes, wearing military caps. That's a cool yellow Honda there. Motorcycles are being followed by more cars. One more car. Looks like a 1963, or is this a 64 two-door Impala convertible? And the Girl Scouts from the Alayuma troop. Don't know where they are located, but maybe someone knows.
How many flags of the tree do they have?
And it's already up to 61 degrees. We have a little bit of cloudiness coming from the south, but otherwise a very bright blue sky as the Alayuma Girl Scout troop walks past. The little kids are having a good time carrying this banner. More cars and then a band. So stick around for that. You're watching the 2022 Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade right here live on Yuba-Sutter.live, on Facebook, streaming on facebook.com/livestreaming-ys. We also are on our Facebook, or excuse me, our YouTube channel. I think this is about a 1956 Chevy pickup truck. We're not sure who's in it, but it looks like a lively group of people.
Oh, it's such a big flag. I mean this side.
And here is a very large flag. Being led by more veterans. And other young people. And they are followed by the Yuba City High School Honker Band. There goes the flag. Here come the Honkers. Majorette Corps, a smaller group than the bands that I remember being in, or I wasn't in the bands, but in 1971 through 73, when I was at Yuba City High, the band was much larger. In 73, I believe, we were invited to partake of the San Francisco 49er game. The band participated down there. That was the year that I was the editor of the 73 Honker yearbook, and got quite a bit of coverage in the yearbook. And are they going to play? That is the question here. Majorettes at the front of the band. Drum major at the front of the instrument section. And a group of cars waiting. We're hoping they're going to play something. But maybe. I see a piccolo. There we go. This is a classic hot rod with a chopped top where the pillars are lowered and classic late 60s or early 70s Chevy pickup here. 1956, I think, Ford Fairlane in classic two-tone paint. With an extended rear bumper and spare tire on the back. A Pontiac GTO. We'll see the back end of a four-door. I'm thinking that's a Plymouth, but I could be wrong. Here is a green Caddy. That is a lime green Caddy. That is quite a metal flake paint job there. And this is a Chevrolet. See the USA in your Chevrolet. Chevy Custom 10 pickup in gray, and the Museum of the Forgotten Warriors coming along here. A classic Jeep from probably World War II. This one towed on a trailer, and now you are in for a big treat. It is the tractor parade. International Harvester, also otherwise known as a McCormick Farmall. Talk about branding in the 40s and 50s. Here's a Super M. International Harvester started out as the McCormick Reaper way back in the 1800s. Quite the collection of farmalls coming down the highway here, and there are some other tractors to be seen.
There's so many people on
How many people can you put on a tractor? Well, more than you might think if you set up a
Can you please come hold it?
extension on the back like this particular guy did.
Here, why don't you hold it something?
And then we have some, this is an Alice Chalmers, this orange one that you're going to see here coming into the picture on the right. Then we have a Ferguson tractor. That's the blue one you'll see coming up in just a second. And then a Case. And then we have some other brands that you've probably never seen before. Oliver tractors. John Deere. And an ambulance headed southbound on Highway 70, a block or so away from us. There you go, that's a color. And more to come. This is John Deere Green coming down the road here. This is D Street in downtown Marysville. That's a cool one going down there with the shade and the flags. We're beginning to get bombarded by some of the leaves on the tree here. After all, it is autumn, and that's what the leaves are supposed to do this time of year. Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen a pink tractor of any make or model? Well, you're going to get a chance to see one today right here on Yuba-Sutter.live. And there she is, the lady of the pink tractor. I think that's a Ford, but I'm not a tractor expert. Here's a John Deere. That's very easy to tell you what it is. NorCal Ink and Toner is in a car with a specialty license plate on it. And now we've got red lights coming up and down the, coming down, looks like police department. And there is more parade to come. You are watching the 2020 Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade live from 3rd and D Streets in Marysville, where other activities are going to be going on next month. The tree lighting on Friday, I believe it's the 5th of December, and then the annual Christmas tree parade. Both of those get underway. Christmas tree parade. Well, somebody's going to have a tree in there. But we will have the Christmas tree lighting ceremony on Friday, the first Friday of December, and then the annual parade here on the first Saturday of December. More police vehicles coming down the road here. This is the Yuba County Sheriff's. Both of these are set up as canine units, as you can see from the And there's people in the back rather than canines, and here we have some Yuba County Sheriff's folks. A camouflaged Chevy Blazer. And Jace Garcia Worm, he's 9 years old, driving. Does he need a license for that? You don't often see tracked vehicles on the road, but here's an example. Several of them, actually. The Jeep got its name from being a general purpose vehicle, as in GP, but it got pronounced as Jeep. And here are quite a few coming down D Street in Marysville. I suspect these are examples of different vintages, perhaps made by different manufacturers. Willys became famous for the Willys Jeep, but they were also made by Ford, if I recall correctly, and other manufacturers that made automobiles during World War II and elsewhere. American General, which was American Motors, also made various military vehicles, including the Humvee, the original Humvee, if I recall my vehicle history correctly. This is a modern-day Jeep that isn't military in origin. It is hosting the Yuba County Search and Rescue Group with their search and rescue dog. And behind them they have a four-wheeler and several more, actually. Search and Rescue is a volunteer operation. You can get more information, I presume, by going to Yuba County Sheriff's website. Just Google Yuba County Sheriff Search and Rescue and you'll likely find information. Oh, here we go. It's the Search and Rescue Pooch. There we are. Yuba County Animal Care Services. Of course, you got to have a dog. And more from our parade here. This is the 2022 Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade on D Street in downtown Marysville. I'm Ted Langdell. It is a very nice 60 degrees. A little bit of a breeze coming from the south. That's picked up since we started broadcasting or live streaming here. This is the Republican Central Committee of Yuba County. Followed by the Junior ROTC from Yuba City High School.
You better get out of my way now. Break your heart in two. Hey! Hey! It's just a
little rock and roll, okay. That's not what you would have heard when I was growing up. References to rock and roll in military-related marching chants. We've got more coming down the road here, and that includes music from the Lyndhurst High School Blazer Band. And here they are, blazing away. We've got a good crowd here. We're in the block at the south end is 3rd Street on D Street here. Glad to hear the band is playing as they come down the roadway here. Followed by a color guard. I hear what sounds like the rumble of motorcycles behind the Boy Scout group here. I think this is Boy Scouts. We'll make sure, because there are some other groups that are scouting in nature but not affiliated with the Boy Scouts of America. A number of these are with churches. See if we can read the patches on the side here. I'm having trouble reading the patches, but yes, definitely a Boy Scout and Cub Scout group. And then we have some historic figures here. Maybe one of them is portraying Mary Murphy Tomalod, a Civil War veteran. This is the Sons of the Civil War group, Department of the State Military Departments is what I got out of that. There they go, and here come the Yuba City Moose Riders from Lodge 1204. Lots of noise. Something a little quieter for you now. POW and MIA group with a set of bikes on the back. And there is more to come here at the 2022 Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade. Much more to come, including more flags and larger ones than we have seen a little bit earlier today. Ted Langdell here, and we are at the corner of 3rd and D Streets as this parade continues. We're here where the Christmas tree basically will be lit on Friday, the first Friday in December, and then we'll be back here at this corner at 5 o'clock on the first Saturday of December, bringing you the Yuba-Sutter, or I should say the Marysville Christmas Parade. And I've mentioned that the Christmas tree lighting that happens at 5 o'clock, there'll be some music after the Christmas tree lighting. That's being sponsored here on Yuba-Sutter.live by Adventist Health Plus Rideout. We thank them for that. Back to our parade coverage. Here is the U.S. Navy SEAL Cadet Corps. The Matthew Axelson Division. Being followed by a brightly red FX4 pickup truck and a Jeep. On a trailer. And a marching group. And there they go. And here we have the Yuba-Sutter Fairs Royal Court. Oops, there they go. We'll watch them do that while we get set for the next group of folks coming down the road here.
That's what I did.
More tractors here. And Alice Chalmers. And horses. Haven't seen horses. This is our, I think, our first mounted group. The Infinity School of Riding. Accompanied by the cleanup crew from District 10 4-H. I will remember Phil's last name in just a minute, but Phil has been a former bus driver for the Yuba City Unified School District for many years, and this is his pride and joy as he continues driving. He's in his, I think, 90s now, but continues to bring us parades featuring his Model T. This is the Liberty chapter of the Order of Demolay, which is a Masonic-related group. And it looks like someone from the Yuba City Masonic group also there. And here we have what, well, there's more to come. Not sure what group this is, but they're a large one, accompanied by the Marysville Fire Department. Looks like a youth football team, perhaps. Oh, or Marysville Junior Indians, yes. There's a few more now. The Linda Fire Department and one of its new trucks, 271. And the Snowshoe Thompson Lodge, Sons of Norway out of Yuba City coming here. It's pretty stable here, 60 degrees outside. I'm dressed in a short sleeve sports shirt. Other people are dressing a little more warmly. There we go, that's Norwegian. Those of you that are my age probably remember television commercial for sardines from Norway. And here we have another veterans group. That's the VFW post from Marysville. That particular VFW post is actually by the railroad tracks up off of B Street, about, I want to say 15th or 16th Street, just before you go under the railroad tracks. And here we have the Tri-County's Blue Star Moms. And here's a good friend of mine, Neil Goforth in Comfort Keepers. They provide in-care home services, among other things. Help people stay in their homes longer. Yuba-Sutter's Miles of Smiles, the Yuba-Sutter Toy Run. And a bit more to come with this parade. It's the parade that keeps on coming. 12:04 here on a Saturday, the 11th of November, 2022. 61 degrees now as it gets a bit overcast to the south of us, kind of softening the sun. You are watching the 2022 Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade, a public service of Yuba-Sutter.live. You can support us by going to Yuba-Sutter.live, or if you happen to be looking at your Facebook page or our YouTube channel, you scroll down below into the text and there's a link where you can help become a supporter of our activities here. We thank you for your help in doing so. And more candy being tossed out. And here we have Marysville's newest fire engine. It's a Pierce. It's engine 226. Looks like a multi-purpose rig. I see some brass hoses on it. And Marysville Fire Department, Unit 210. Marysville, the city just recently struck an agreement with the Linda Fire Department where the Linda Fire Chief will become the chief of the Marysville Fire Department in a joint operation that saves a bit of money and is kind of unique in the area. And here we have Team JDE, Jackie's Dance Expressions. And they are expressive. Crowd looks like they're getting into the act. Jackie Dake has been teaching dance here for quite a while in the Yuba-Sutter area. But there's more to come here on the 2022 edition of the Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade. This is the California Diversified Services float.
Hey guys. Smile. Hey, get back a little bit.
And Preston Towing is bringing along a trailer with all kinds of people on it. Preston Towing on Boyd Street in Yuba City is veteran owned and operated. They can give you a lift or give your car a lift if needed. Say Love, which has been cleaning up the community now for several years. And they've got technology that assists them in doing that, such as this Bobcat type tractor, which I think had something to do with being donated by SunSuite, if I'm not mistaken. More of the folks from Say Love that are people you probably know. There's a dump truck that was donated by Recology, and they use this particular trailer. There's Jeff Stevens in the lead truck here. He's the guy who got this whole thing started, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. This particular trailer that you see going by, donated in part by the actions of the Rotary Club of Marysville. And Miss Daisy is a former dump truck that had something to do with Recology somewhere. Could have been in the Bay Area. and it is useful in picking up all kinds of trash around town. There's more parade and more parade. Looks like we've got some horses following these cars. There you go. A modern day Corvette, I think. And here we have some of the Mini Miss and Miss Teen Yuba-Sutter from this, Ashley Vincent and Kaylee Vincent, the Vincent girls. Oops, sorry about that. And here is Dakota Dickinson, Miss Yuba-Sutter this year. If you were watching the fair coverage we did, you saw her being crowned. And we've got a horseback group. The cleanup crew following that. And I think this is the end of the 2022 Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade. Brought to you as a public service by Yuba-Sutter.live. And we hope that you have enjoyed watching this parade. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. We will be back here at this same corner location. I'm Ted Langdell. We are Yuba-Sutter.live, and we will be back here at this very same corner where the Christmas tree is at 3rd and D Streets, bringing you the Christmas tree lighting ceremony that occurs on the first Friday of December 2022. So come down here and watch the Christmas tree that you see in the picture get lit. And then there's music afterwards. We'll have some of the choral singing going on. That will enable you to have a good time.
Hey guys, did you get enough candy? Are you going to keep it here?
And then the next day at 5 o'clock, also at 5 o'clock, we'll have the, what is this? I think it's the 72nd Marysville Christmas Parade, 71st or 72nd Marysville Christmas Parade, also happening right here on D Street from 3rd and D. That's the first Saturday in December, Christmas Parade, and the Christmas tree lighting happening, coming up here on the first Friday in December. So you have been watching a production of Yuba-Sutter.live, the 2022 Marysville I should say the 2022 Yuba-Sutter Veterans Day Parade. Let's get it straight, Langdell. This has been a public service of your local place for government meetings and how to know what's going on. Yuba-Sutter.live. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting Yuba-Sutter.live with your financial contributions. It helps us bring you more content like this for you to watch and know what's happening in Yuba-Sutter. Come see us again on Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock when we have the Yuba Water Agency meeting. That will be followed by the Yuba City and Marysville City Council meetings at 6 o'clock. 2 different streams, so you can take your pick or put up 2 different devices. And if you want to, you'll be able to, you could have 2 phones in your hand and keep an eye on what's going on across the river at each City Council meeting. Again, thank you for watching. I'm Ted Langdell, and this is Yuba-Sutter.live.